Hey guys, if you like the content, please be sure to like the videos and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here doing my first holiday cube video. Hope everyone had a happy Christmas and a good New Year. Um, okay, well, also, if you haven't checked out the new video series, the Seems Good Magic card giveaway, feel free to do that. You got a couple days left before I announce the winner and do another one. Alright, so off the bat, I don't know much about Cube at all. I've done maybe 2 or 3 in my life. So I literally completely unqualified as a director for you, but I can just show you as a completely inexperienced person in Cube some of the decisions I'm going to make. So Magus of the Moon is cool. I guess a lot of non-basics played in Cube. Emrakul, obviously good if I can power it out. Necrotalk kills things. Well, I took too long. I think we're actually going to go with gifts. I feel like this card can be really strong. People tend to go for like, what is it? Storm or whatever. So I'm not going to be doing that just because probably I don't think I know how. So this is cool. Taps for 2. It deals damage to you though. Land fixing is supposedly always good to go for. So Watery Grave might not be the worst. Gets us a couple colors. Bitter Blossom's good if you can do it early. Gets you a bunch of little dudes. Is it good? We don't know. Cryptic Command. I'm hoping that's still good. Hero of Bladehold I love. It's a really strong threat. Just start spitting guys out, never stopping. So, just a couple options here. Cryptic or Hero of Bladehold. I'm more of a creature deck kind of guy. Let's go for the hero. Oh wow, okay, well, Polykranos is in here. That's certainly interesting. This is a plain swamp. Okay. Bloodgift Demon's actually pretty awesome. I like that guy. Graveborn Muse does essentially the same thing, except it's a 3/3 instead of a 5/4 flyer. Lifebane Zombie's cool. Academy Runes, probably pretty cool. Should we just take fixing early, or are we taking cards? Not really sure. Ranger of Eos, but I need some solid 1-drops. Let's take the Scrub Land, get some fixing. Okay, we've got Maloku, who returns a bunch of lands and gives you some flyers. That seems pretty good. She's a flyer as well. Dungeon Geist, tap something down. Shadow Mage Infiltrator's pretty cool. Get to draw some cards. Anything standing out as remarkably good in here? I really don't know. I think we're just going to go with Maloku because it's interesting. Alright. Well, pretty good choices in here. Elspeth certainly seems like a good planeswalker. Spits dudes out. Makes dudes fly. It's a big deal. Elish Norn. Obviously pretty good with Hero. Let's see. I might go with the Elspeth here. Let's just get the good planeswalker. Okay. Thalia. Make stuff more expensive. That always helps. And I have a lot of... Well, I don't have a lot of creatures, but I could go more creature-oriented. Otherwise, Revelark, not necessarily what we need. Brushland, perhaps. We'd like to be in white, so we can get some more fixing. I'm not going to be heartbroken missing out on a Thalia, so that kind of makes sense. Wake Thrasher's kind of cool, actually. Because you can just tap out before it untaps, and then before your untap phase, and then it just gets huge. Let's take the Brushland. Get some more fixing. Oh, cool. Mirari's Wake. I always liked this card. It's a self-only mana flare. Route. I like this, actually. Route seems like something that could be super beneficial for me. Right? Basically a board wipe. Maybe it's too expensive, though. Not too much else in here. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with a route. All right, well, we can get some more fixing. So I guess we can take Underground River. Otherwise, Looter Ilkor is fine. Helps you find your... It's an early something to do. Pretty much unblockable. Acts as a looter effect. Gets in a little bit of damage. It's not terrible. Vampiric Tutor's really bomb, too. Let's take the Tutor, actually. This is a really expensive card. It's almost like Demonic Tutor. Lets you find something. Alright, Knight of Glory is not terrible. Necrotal potentially kills something. Erebus is a god, but let's go with the Knight of Glory. Baleful Strix is pretty good. You get to draw cards and stuff. Mindstone ramps us into our 4-drops, which is pretty good. Let's get the Mindstone. Academy Ruins. It's early enough where that could be good. That doesn't look that great. Let's take the... I don't know. Let's hate on some red deck wins, I guess. Looks like it's hard to Sunburst. I don't know about Razormane Masticore, but we'll take it. And Brewmate, some people like to finish with that. Okay. Well, we appear to be white. Got a couple land fixes for green and black. Well, Dark Confidant would be good, but we have some expensive stuff, so that seems a wee bit more dangerous. Swords is very good, though. Swords is really strong removal. Frost Titan's probably pretty good. Salt Monolith, you get some ramp. I like that. Volcanic Island, you get a little fixing. Let's just probably take the swords. I feel like because it deals with everything, you can also play it defensively. It's a 1-mana kill anything. So let's take that. I could see that being valuable. And I wouldn't think that it would table. Maybe it will. Maybe it would. I once again wish I knew more about Cube. I don't watch a lot of it. I don't play much of it. I do think it's a fun format. Oh wow, Strip Mine? It's kind of cool. Ravages of War, pretty much Armageddon. Gideon's Lawkeeper. Tapping stuff down actually seems kind of valuable. How good is Strip Mine? I don't know. I mean, it destroys any land? That's pretty good. Disenchant, just part of cube. Interesting. Hmm. Let's take Strip Mine. I'm sure there's some pretty good lands floating around that I wouldn't mind taking care of. Screwing somebody's color could be a big deal. Armageddon, so yet another land destruction spell. Sneak attack cheats stuff in. Well, I mean, Armageddon can be devastating if you're ahead on the board. So, can we get more cheap stuff? Is that the hope? Could also do Whip Quarter. Mystical Tutor to find swords. Doesn't seem terrible. Or to find gifts. Or Vampiric Tutor. But tutoring for tutors is a little bit weird. Not sure what we'll take. I think we'll take the Armageddon. There's Kozilek. Okay. Silverblade Paladin. Impulse. Brain Freeze for the Storm decks. Well, we don't have a 3-drop, and Silverblade's a big threat, so we could take that. Aetherling's pretty awesome finisher. But let's take the Silverblade. Who knows? Maybe we're going for some sort of white weenie thing. Like Savannah Lions. Voice Snapcaster in here. Snap Swords could be good. Snap Armageddon seems not necessary. Journey is actual removal. We're low on threats, though, if we're going to be white weenie, so maybe we just take the Savannah Lions. Could do the white weenie into Armageddon deck. Alright, so I guess we could take Soldier of the Pantheon here. This is kind of cool because it destroys all the swords in the format. Not a ton else. Let's take the Soldier. Oh, sweet. Sword of War and Peace. Yeah, we can take that. It's good against us as well. What's unexpectedly absent? To put target non-land permanent into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards of that library. This is actually kind of cool. Curse Scroll. Name a card, reveal a card at random from your hand. If it's a named card, deals 2 damage. I feel like that's pretty good too if I can pee out my hand. Let's take the weird removal spell that I have no idea because I've never seen it before. Almost wish I'd played Red Deck Wins now after looking at all these solid threats. I mean, Frost Titan could be a finisher. Mirror Entity is a good mana sink and cheap white creature. It can make your guys huge, which I actually like if you have excess mana. So let's take that. I think we're just going for some sort of white weenie thing here. Alright, I mean, Disenchant is good because I'm pretty sure this is the Power 9 cube. I'm almost positive it is. But I want more creatures, and Lawkeeper can lock down so I can get in with my cheap guys. So let's do that. And let's take the Whip Quarter because it's pretty much like a Lawkeeper. Teetering Peaks because it buffs my guys. Why not? Maybe we play white. Maybe we play Boros. I don't know. Has been a ton of good white and red going around. Let's take the Berserker because we need more threats. Can take the Earthquake, but that kills my guys too. Or we can take the Fixing. Let's do that. And Jackal Pup. Okay. So maybe we're playing Boros. See how that goes. Alright, well, there's a Sun Titan in here. Lingering Souls, which we can theoretically play off of Flashback off of Scrubland. Otherwise it gives us a couple flyers, which isn't terrible. Animate Dead isn't bad, but for us, not really needed. Knight of the Reliquary could be good. It lets you find a bunch of lands, which I like, but we can only play it off Brushland. Seems kind of expensive. We don't have a lot of ramp. I don't know which I like more. Let's take the Lingering Souls, maybe. Sun Titan I feel like is hard to play, although it is decent in here. Once again, our only ramp is Mind Stone, so I'm not sure. I feel like Lingering Souls is good. If we have a sword, we could get a second one. Then we have a couple things we can equip it to. Let's take the souls. Wow, Baneslayer Angel, Path to Exile. Kind of need more threats, if you look, because we're probably not playing the blue. And I'd like to not play Razormane Masticore, preferably. Why don't we take the Baneslayer? I like Path too, but Baneslayer is an actual huge threat. A good old Mustancer. Batterskull's good. We've also got Blade Splicer, though. Spits out a couple guys. I feel like Batterskull is a little more game flippy, though. Ravenous Baboons is actually good if we're in red, which we still could be. Have quite a bit of double white, though, which makes it a little more difficult, but I do need more threats. Let's take the Batterskull. Wish I had more ramp. Oblivion Ring deals with a lot of things. Well, Honor of the Pure actually looks good in here. Got a lot of white stuff we could buff. Oblivion Ring is removal, though. Currently we have Unexpectedly Absent and Swords, which aren't terrible. A little bit threat light still, unfortunately. Let's take the Honor. I could see it being potentially good. Resto Angel is pretty good. Dodges removal, flashes in. Can re-soul bond something. Can save some creatures. Guess it's not amazing with anything else. Weathering Wayfarer, though, lets you find some more lands if you're missing them, which I like. But if we have land destruction with Strip Mine and Armageddon, well, I guess it still could be useful. I do like the Resto, though. You get any land card, though. That is pretty useful. Let's take the Wayfarer. I'm going to try that card out and think about that. Precursor Golem, another 5-drop. Bonfire. Just hope I get it super late. Otherwise, it's not amazing. Day of Judgment. So I've got a couple ways to board sweep. I only have a couple red spells, and I don't even need to play them at this point, I don't think. Parallax Wave. This is kind of cool, too. I actually like what this does, because it's one-sided. Let's take the Parallax Wave, try it out. Alright, Elite Vanguard, we need more cheap stuff. Could take the Avalanche Riders. Once again, I don't even think we need to go into red. Try and play White Weenie. Step links would be a lot better if we had some way to do it effectively. Still short on creatures. Alright, let's take the Steel Moon Cavalier since we can actually play it fairly easily, and Pearl White and Black is pretty relevant, I think. Archangel of Thune's pretty awesome too with the Baneslayer, but I don't think we have any other. I guess Soldier's life gain. Any other life gain in here? Swords, if we do it on ourselves. Let's take the Steel Moon though. I just, like I said, I need some more threats. Molten Tail. Ugh. I actually don't know which one I like less. Guess we have enough 5-drops. Let's take the Molten Tail. I don't want to play both Masticores. Well, got the Path back. That's pretty cool. Alright, we may go into red just because Ravenous Baboons is actually kind of good. Land Destruction is actually good. I don't think that's what this deck needs. Reckless Charge in Cube is not exactly what I was expecting. Do I need an Inferno Titan? Probably not. Do I need a Shrine of Burning Rage? Probably not. Let's just take it. Rager is actually decent. Alright, well, looks like I built some sort of weirdo White Weenie deck. Wish I was a little more knowledgeable about this format. Okay, so let's put in our actual cheap spells. Take a look at what we're dealing with here. So we've got 20 straight up white spells with 11 creatures, 12 creatures, 13 creatures. Feel like I'm probably going to have to play one of the Masticores. I'm trying to think which one I like more and which one I like less. This one's more efficient. 4 mana 4/4 is actually better costed than 5 mana 5/5. This one has first strike though. They both make you discard cards at your upkeep. This one deals 3 to a creature, but this one can deal 4 to players, but you have to pay 4. So you have to pay more. This one also regenerates. I think the Molten Tail's better. Pretty sure it is. So let's, I guess, play that. So we really have 14 creatures with the Batterskull. I guess that's not terrible. This would be 24 if I wanted to do that. I guess Lingering Souls is technically a creature too, so maybe I've got enough to make this work. Armageddon, actually I don't think is terrible in here because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Most of our creatures we play before we play Armageddon. I think the problem is a lot of the, well, I don't know. I was going to say a lot of the way that people play spells in this format is via artifacts or ramp creatures. So maybe Armageddon's a little more or a little less useful. I do have 15 creatures though, so I can tolerate that. This is pretty much like a 3-mana removal spell, I feel like. At worst. Route could be useful if I'm behind on the board, perhaps. Would I rather just take a second color, red, just so I could play, what, Ravenous Baboons and Marauders? Jackal Pup. My only fixing is Teetering Peaks and Garrison. I don't know if that's necessary. I think we're probably just going to play it like this. Do I need 17 lands? No, I guess because I'm mono color, I don't. So I can play 16 lands. We also have the Weathered Wayfarer in case we get behind on mana. I do still want to do Strip Mine. I'm debating doing the Teetering Peaks just to get extra damage, but I do want double white, so that's probably not necessary. And we want the Scrub Land because I'd like to flashback Lingering Souls. So really we have like 2 means to find that. Weathered Wayfarer and Scrubland, so we can play Lingering Souls. Could play one more Swamp too. And we'd still have plenty of white sources. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How is this deck? I have no idea. I'm assuming it's not that good because I don't know this format very well, but I'm glad that we got a sword, and I mean, kind of ended up doing what I wanted to do in Pack 2, where I suddenly decided White Weenie was the way to go. Is Armageddon good main deck? I have no idea. Like I said, I think there's a lot of artifact ramp and stuff, but for somebody completely not knowledgeable in this format, I don't know. It doesn't. It looks playable. It looks like I do have an actual strategy. I've got the most powerful removal spells in Legacy. I've got a sword. I've got a good mana sink. I've got some tap creatures in case there's some enormous fatty I can't deal with. Parallax Wave, kills stuff. Big threat, huge threat. Elspeth's cool. All right, well, we're going to try this out. Is this deck good? I'm not prepared to say. I would say no. I'd say it's, considering the people that grind this format, they probably have a keen understanding about a lot of the stuff in this format, but I'm going to stand by this deck is actually playable, so we'll see how it does. All right, well, I'll see you around 1.